live from the Anders Mansion in beautiful Sparta, North Carolina. Tim started the Pick'em League with your friendly commish. Here at the helm, I hope and thoughts of Christmas joy, thoughts of wondrous ginger plums dancing in your head, and all kinds of presents and good eating and loving hugs and just happiness and joy is my wish for you with this Christmas coming up. Let's look at the big league here. Big league. I want to send a shout out to Coastal Cowboys and In a Pickle. They tied for first place. Redskin Man at 137. Real Slim Shady at 136. Me and Nitro 244 got 135. Mountain Man at 134. Macho Man Fan from New England at 133. Why Me Didn't Need a Win and Barocho Grande at 64, along with Number One Fan and Brouhaha all at 132. Real Bat Dad and DW at 128. Bundy 10 and The Rock. The champ is here. I really read that last part. That's at 127. RND for the Bears, Loans Gap at 125, Round Man at 124, Mr. America at 121, and the Bearfax at 113. That is the league as it is on this big pick'em time, Pick'emville. Appreciate you guys playing on this wonderful coming up holiday season. Got week 16 rolling around. Hope everybody has a great week 16. I was sitting here Saturday, and they were doing that triple header over on the NFL Network, and they had that Buffalo-Miami game going, and they made the big announcement that if you want to watch that Baltimore-Cleveland game, that they'd join that or whatever, and that, if you lived in the Baltimore or Cleveland, you'd get to watch the game, but other than that, everybody's going to stick with that Miami-Buffalo game. And I'm not a Baltimore or Cleveland fan, but those things like that, like if you've got the 425 game and there's some game that goes into overtime between two teams you don't give a rip about and you really want to watch this 425 game, I usually give them this look. See, people that know me know that I don't, I try to limit what I say. Now, some folks that know me well would be like, sometimes, and they'd be right. Sometimes my mouth, it writes checks the old body, just sitting there like, oh, I got cash this, oh my. But there are times when I don't say anything, and I'll just give you one of these like, so when there's a game supposed to be on, and they're telling you this game's going to be on, but you're going to miss the start of the game because there's other things happening. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to read you my picks this week. Now, at this point, I'm in 6th place. And after last week, I don't know if anybody's going to listen to me anymore. Because that was just like, man. I had Arizona winning. No. I had New England winning. No. I had, there was another game. I had Jets winning. Pitiful. Anyway, I got Jacksonville beating the Jets this week. Buffalo over Chicago. Cleveland over New Orleans. Tennessee over Houston. Kansas City over Seattle. Also, I've got Minnesota beating the Giants. The Giants are hurting. Cincy over New England. Detroit is surging. I think Detroit will make playoffs. Let's see. Got Baltimore beating Atlanta. San Francisco over Washington. I got Dallas beating Philadelphia. That's because Jalen Hurts ain't playing. If Dallas wins their last 3 games and Philadelphia loses their last 3 games, Dallas wins the division. Welcome to my world. Pittsburgh will beat Vegas. Miami will beat Green Bay. The Rams will beat Denver. The Rams will beat Denver. I picked against Denver last week. They won. They gonna lose this week. Denver will not win 2 games in a row. They awful. I said it. I know I got some Denver people out there. They got good defense. They just ain't got no offense. All right. Tampa Bay will beat Arizona. And the Chargers will beat Indianapolis. I like the Chargers. Chargers are not very consistent. But I still think Justin Herbert, I like him. Man, I wished he was in Dallas. Don't get me started. Don't take much. Hey, did y'all watch that Dallas game? I don't know what you think of me personally. Okay, now I feel like I'm friends with most of the Pick'em League. There's some folks in Pick'em League I don't know, but even at that point, we're friendly and civil. But I don't know what the general consensus is. But I hope you feel a little bit sorry for me, okay? Because I don't know what's going on in Dallas. And I don't know what's been going on in Dallas for about 20-some years. So, be kind to the commish, okay? Thank you. I don't understand come Christmas time the concept of multiple yard decorations. I don't understand how you got Mickey Mouse, Santa Claus, reindeer, snowman out there with the manger scene, Grinch, some of these just random Christmas characters that, you know, you might have an elf out there, or you might have the Charlie Brown stuff, but I just don't understand the whole hodgepodge. It looks like a bar scene out of Star Wars. I'm like, you know, get with a specific theme and go with it. Okay? Now, I personally am a manger person. Nativity scene, you know, the wise man and the big North Star, and Joseph Mary, little baby Jesus. That I like that. But if you're not into that, or, you know, rather have Santa Claus out there with a bunch of reindeer, that's fine. You want the Grinch, okay. You want to reenact the whole Charlie Brown blanket and Christmas tree with Snoopy's doghouse and all. Hey, that's beautiful. But I think you're just confusing a lot of people when you got Goofy the dog hanging out with Joseph and the Grinch and Frosty, and it's kind of like Christmas dyslexia. It's confusing. That's just my thoughts. Hey, I gotta send a shout out. Last week, Round Man 14. Dude, that's awesome. You missed Washington and Dallas, which is ironic. I know Washington's your team, and I know you probably don't like Dallas. But daggum, 14's good. We had Wamianita win, and Bundy 10 had 13. That's pretty solid. That's real solid. And we had a bunch of people with 12. We had Macho Man fan from New England, The Rock, Nitro 244, Coastal Cowboys, and In a Pickle. All got 12. I tell you what, I'm way down here. It's hurting me reading this. Real Bat Dad, Real Slim Shady, Redskin Man, Barocho Grande, 64, DW, The Bear Facts, all got 11. A bunch of 11s. Number One Fan and Mountain Man and Brouhaha got 10. This saddens me. And then I'm with Mr. America, my brother from another mother, the commish Mr. America and RND for the Bears, and Long's Gap. Cousin Joe, all got 9. I'm asking Santa for a whole week of football where I'm the only one making picks. Maybe I can get ahead. I think Santa give me a bunch of coal and said, stick it. I don't know if Santa would say stick it, but I'm anticipating coal in my pickle stocking. I don't understand tinsel. I never understood throwing glittery string on a dead pine tree. I've never understood that. Hey, I got some good news. In my fantasy football league, I finished in 4th place. Now I had the most points any team. Okay. That irritates me a little bit. I had like more than 100 points than the guy in first place. Overall points. But I say that good news. I got 4th place because Aaron Jones scored a bunch for me. Scored a bunch for the guy that if he'd won, he would have flopped over and took my spot at 4, and I'd been out of the playoffs. So I want to say kudos. Hey, Sandy, if you're out there, I want to say kudos to Aaron Jones and Green Bay, because he did a good one for me Monday night. He had a big game. So, rah. The other league, I'm doing 2 leagues this year. The other league, I was in 5th place. You ever wonder why people get forehead wrinkles? You see that right there? Look at them bad boys right there. Now, I can relax my face, but their line's still there. You can see them lines. But, I get expression-wise, get my eyes popping there. Sometimes you might get that little scowl-looking thing on. Huh? And then you get different wrinkles up above your eyes there. Yeah. But that's kind of interesting. When you get older, you look at these things, I guess. But yeah, I got big old thick wrinkles there. I know you care. Did you see the end of that Vegas game? Now, some of y'all might assume this, but might not know this. Okay, I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I'm a pastor. I think that's something that pastors shouldn't do. Shouldn't drink. There's a lot of reasons behind that, but if I was a betting man, And I had a lot of money on that New England Vegas game, and I lost my money because of how that game ended. I'd look like Ned DeWino and Otis Campbell and Foster Brooks and just raging drunk. I mean, raging. So, even though my boys blew a lead this week, and it was hard to watch that game, I think the New England thing was more of a gut punch. I was just like, what are you doing? Christmas is a wonderful time of year, and I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and hope y'all have a very festive season. I do.